everyone, my name is Errol and tonight is August 28th, 2009. We just got done watching a successful launch from Shuttle Discovery as it lifted off for the STS-128 mission as it was en route to the International Space Station. Now this is a momentous and very historic situation because this will be the last time a shuttlecraft leaves Earth. After this, the shuttles will be retired, and at this time we will be launching aboard the Russian Soyuz for Americans to go back into space. But I'm not here to talk about the Shuttle Discovery. I'm here to talk about another momentous mission. 2 years ago, in 2008, many of you might not remember, but the Mars Phoenix lander had launched and landed on Mars. So you may not we haven't heard a lot from what's going on with the Phoenix lander right now. Is it alive? What's going on with it? So I'm here to give you an update on what was discovered during the mission and what's happening with the lander right now. Now, powered by a Boeing Delta II 7925 launch vehicle at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida, Phoenix launched in August of 2007. The Phoenix Mars mission was the first in NASA's Scout program. Phoenix was designed to study the history of water and the habitability potential in the Martian's Arctic ice-rich soil. The Phoenix mission has a 3-vertebrae backbone. The PI at the University of Arizona, the project manager at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California, and the flight system manager at Lockheed Martin Space Systems. These three frequently communicated and ensured that the decisions were understood and quickly implemented. After launch for 10 months, the Phoenix spacecraft cruised towards Mars en route to meet its destiny. In early 2008, the Phoenix lander landed in the northern polar region of the Mars and began 3 months of examining a site chosen for its likelihood of having frozen water within reach of the lander's robotic arm. On May 30th, 2008, scientists discovered what may be ice that was water ice that was exposed when soil was blown away in NASA's Phoenix when the Phoenix lander landed on Mars that previous Sunday on March 25th. Now the possible ice appears in an image the robotic camera took underneath the lander near a footpad. On June 6th, scientists the lander made its first dig into the Martian soil for scientist studies, and it poised itself for a scoopful to a laboratory instrument on the lander deck. On June 20th, scientists relished confirmation of water ice near the surface besides the lander, and anticipated even greater discoveries from the robotic mission in the weeks ahead. So this was amazing. Water ice was officially discovered on Mars. That was a huge thing. July 31st, laboratory tests aboard NASA's lander identified water in the soil sample. The lander's robotic arm delivered the sample that previous Wednesday to an instrument that identifies vapor produced by the heating of samples. On September 29th, the lander detected snow falling from the Martian clouds. The spacecraft soil experiments also provided evidence of past interaction between minerals and liquid water, processes that occur on Earth. So again, another amazing piece of information. Snow was fallen from Mars the first time it was captured. Now, what originally scheduled to last 90 days, the Phoenix had completed its 5th month of exploration in the Martian Arctic. As expected, with the Martian northern hemisphere shifting from summer to fall, the lander is generating less power due to the shorter days and fewer hours of sunlight reaching its solar panels. At the same time, the spacecraft required more power to run several survival heaters that allowed it to operate even as the temperature declined. Unfortunately, on November 10th, the lander ceased communications after operating for more than 5 months. As anticipated, seasonal decline in sunshine at the robot's Arctic landing site was not providing enough sunlight for the solar arrays to collect the power necessary to charge batteries that operate the lander's instruments. So at this point, the lander entered into the Martian winter and was no longer transmitting any information, thus going into hibernation mode. And so everyone throughout around Earth was hoping to listen, to be able to hear Mars once it reached spring. Now, after months of being able to be able to analyze the information acquired from the Phoenix lander, March 12th, 2009, there was evidence indicated chemicals on Mars was indicated the possible assault of life. The chemicals detected was perchlorate. The perchlorate was found as white solution or white substance in the soil. This same solution, or the same salt, was found in liquid water condensation on the lander, discovered in photographs. So this was the first time that we saw water condensation on the spacecraft. You have to remember, Mars gets down to 128 degrees. Yet this water still remained in its liquid state. So this perchlorate was also found to be within the water itself. Now, on May 20th, it was nearly 1 year since NASA's Phoenix lander landed in the polar region of Mars on May 28th of May 25th of 2008, but the scientists still remained hard at work. The science team will attempt communication with the spacecraft in October of this year, but its response from Mars is unlikely. Now, Mars winters are very cold, and the spacecraft is not designed to withstand such a harsh climate. The spacecraft was detected at -55 degrees Celsius, which is -67 degrees Fahrenheit, but a winter on Mars averages about 126 degrees Celsius. There is no reason to think that we'll hear back from the spacecraft. But it is the Phoenix mission after all. Maybe it will come back. And to make you understand about that, the Phoenix mission was named for a reason. In 1999, the Mars Polar Lander, which was designed to land in a similar location that the Phoenix lander was set up for a mission for, unfortunately, as it landed, soon after it landed, there was no communication. Again, the mission scheduled for 2001 never lifted off and was scrubbed. So that's 2 missions in a row for Mars that was unsuccessful. So the Mars Phoenix lander was the first mission since 2001 to send, well, other than the Mars exploration rovers, but the next lander missions to be able to launch for Mars since then. So this mission was pretty much the landers rising from the chaos and failure of the previous missions to come back and be able to discover the mission, discover the findings that we never had a chance to find. So hopefully in this coming October, this is August 28th, hopefully in October, once Mars enters into spring, we will hear something from the Phoenix lander. If we do not, it's fine, because you know what? He lived his day. He lived 2 months over what was supposed to be his last. So thank you for all joining me for Planetary Television, and have a good day.